listening to your words. You inspired, and maybe I'll continue at the same note. I was just scrolling through my history on LinkedIn. I remember over a year ago, I wrote a message on LinkedIn, and that went viral. And it started like that. My brother left for war, words that cut deeper than knife. He'll fight his Russian brothers, protecting his Ukrainian borders. I wish one day women will rule this world as they remember that they are here to create life, not to destroy it. Unfortunately, we are still in quite economical and geopolitical challenges. And so, being here in this quiet, unique space, I want first to acknowledge Dustin and Gabrielle for bringing us together. Because bringing leaders in one space, it's not an easy task. We are here, again, to create an impact, and I'm grateful to my team to be here. We've got Dr. Christina Ram and Ted, but also Marius and Valentina and Geno here supporting not only the European Women Association, but also the business councils. Because we all believe we are here, first of all, as women to create life, not to destroy it. And business is actually a good way to make it sustainable. And I think the world has changed. And as your young son is going through stepping into this new world, so are my children. And we have many open conversations about what is the future. And mom, is it going to be sustainable? And what does that mean? And their life is a bit different than ours. And that's why I'm very honored to be surrounded by these bright minds, because I believe in co-creation. I believe in collaboration. My background is investment banking. And I'm quite passionate about the business behind sustainability. And the reason I have few slides is because I've got few numbers. For those who are not convinced yet why gender lens approach is important, I'll show you why. Probably, well, Dustin will make sure you're there, but every year we have the opportunity to be in Davos. And this is where we connect to amazing, bright minds like yourself, but also on a global scale. And the numbers that have been shared are the following: that if women would participate in the economy as men do, by 2030, it will add another 20% to the global GDP. Again, this McKinsey research, and I think it's something for us. If you're not convinced why it's important from social impact, think about the numbers as well. But again, when we look, when women start to earn their money, their own money, we are seeing that they are actually reinvesting it back into their ecosystem, in their communities. 90% is for, I would say, like developing countries. I recently looked up on the numbers in Europe. It was around 78% of money going back to household, education, and healthcare. Well, guys, I'm sorry, with you it's a bit different. It goes to hobbies and nice cars. And so even all the jokes aside, these are the statistics from the European Commission, and this is another reason for us to be mindful. As an investment banker, I found up another numbers, and they are quite sad. In the VC, only 2% of women are getting access to money. There is a gender pay gap that is caused by motherhood. So if you as a woman, if you are choosing to be a mom, be prepared, it will have a financial impact on your career. C-suite leaders, these are numbers, global numbers, by the way. It's not only Europe, it's not only US, but this is what's happening. Over 25% is actually very good. And then I'm not even speaking of women of color. Well, the reason behind this is actually this unconscious bias. We all tend to like people like us. We tend to invest in people that are similar to us. And when you look at the investment world, majority of decisions are being still made by men. So there is this blind spot. And being an investor myself, I've seen that when a woman would pitch a presentation or a product or a service, it won't be as attractive to a male investor. So something interesting is happening on the European level. The European Commission is now, the European Investment Fund, to be more precise, is providing support to female investors because they've seen the numbers that female investors unconsciously, again, invest in women. So great opportunities for women in this room to join this movement. 50% of the access, I mean, let me tell you something. I think in 2018, I was speaking in Delhi, in India, at a conference, and there was this elderly lady that came on stage in this beautiful yellow sari, and she said to all the ladies in the room, that ladies, remember, you are the 50% of the world population, and the other one, you gave birth. And that made me silent. And so every time where you think it's not possible, I don't know, like, listen, remember that quote. Few facts for you to keep in mind, and I'm happy to share that and support with the evidence behind that. Companies that have diverse leadership, not only in gender, but also in background, they have higher revenue from innovation. And guys, with all due respect, the technology is moving so fast, if you don't innovate, you're done. Startups led by women are more resilient, and that we've seen during the COVID crisis. And of course, we also seen that women tend to invest in more sustainable areas. They also create more sustainable companies. So all these stories that we are here, the SDG, guys, again, another opportunity to look to female founders. Female-founded companies deliver twice as much in revenue per dollar. And it comes from PageBook, but again, there are some other research that supports that. Women tend to create more jobs, and people stay in this company longer, and they exit faster. So if you're not, again, convinced why socially, ROI-wise, it makes sense. Great opportunities, blue ocean, less competition. And again, we women, if we unite our forces, this is where the opportunities lie. COP28 is happening in UAE. This is a topic that has been raised many, many times. I hope to see you there. If not, please explore investment opportunities in the region. So I will go now. Without being divided. So something, as a European Women Association, Christine and I, when we go out, we say, no, 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 we are not a feminist organization. We want to co-create and collaborate. And so my invitation for you guys today, and I'm mindful about the time, is that we co-create, we collaborate, we build bridges together, because diversity leads to innovation, to creativity, and to sustainability, as the numbers have proven. I thank you for your time, and I'm happy to catch up with you after this talk and dive into more opportunities. And Dustin, thank you again for bringing us together.